let's talk then post-college, where you end up career-wise, because I mean, you were, from the outwardly, and I mean, success is defined in so many interesting ways, especially in our culture, right? But from appearance, you were pretty successful.
I mean, paying the bills and whatnot. I took a different career path than most of my friends. I wanted to be in advertising. I wanted to be like on Madison Avenue and writing ads. And, part of that dream was, the 3 martini lunch and the gray flannel suits in New York City. So, it was always something, to do with, writing or being creative. And I think I identified with that type of work, especially because I think drinking was such a big part of it. That was the legend of, the advertising guys or the movie guys. It wasn't selling insurance or something. It seemed exciting. And, I really realized probably really early on, especially in New York City, that I was pretty ill-equipped. I had a big dream when I moved out there, and, most people had been there for a while, or they knew a lot of people, and they really were very well prepared. And, I went there without a job and was knocking on doors. And that's where I got a sense of just being lonely for the first time, the irony of, being in New York. But, all my really good buddies were, back in Texas, or maybe moved up to Michigan or something. And they had stable jobs, selling pharmaceuticals or doing something. And I just became I'm really envious. Chasing this creative dream is one thing, but when you realize how hard it is and how, it can change every day. And that's when I, kind of would come back to my crappy little apartment and just kind of start drinking alone. And I kind of numbed out. And then I think that, softened the fears. And then, you'd wake up with the kind of hangover where you think you can do anything the next day, and you just kind of get on that cycle.